So, what's the real secret sauce behind a truly great business? It's not just about having one brilliant idea. It's this powerful mix of vision, strategy, and just plain getting things done. In this explainer, we're going to walk through that entire journey, right? From the spark in a leader's mind all the way to the finished product in your hands. Okay, let's just jump right in with a little thought experiment. Imagine you're starting a company. Would you really want one person making every single call? Just think about that for a second. Your answer, whatever it is, actually gets to the heart of how every business is designed.
And that question of who holds the power, well, it brings us perfectly to our first big idea, the leader as the architect. Because a great leader doesn't just have an idea. They have to design the entire organization, the whole machine that's going to bring that vision to life.
So, when we say management, what are we really talking about? At its core, it's the art of getting things done through other people. It's about taking all the chaotic pieces, people, money, ideas, and organizing them into this focused engine that actually achieves something.
Now, there is no one-size-fits-all way to lead. It's really a spectrum of control. On one end, you've got the autocratic style, where one person calls all the shots. Think of a surgeon in an emergency room. You need quick, decisive action. In the middle, there's the democratic style, which is all about collaboration. And then way over on the other end is laissez-faire, a very hands-off approach that's perfect for teams of experts who don't need someone looking over their shoulder.
And that leadership style, it directly shapes the company's skeleton, its structure. You've got your traditional hierarchical structure, which looks like a pyramid with a clear chain of command. Then you have a flat structure, which gets rid of a lot of those middle layers. This means people can talk directly to each other, and decisions can happen way, way faster.
And here's where it all clicks into place. The best style really depends on the industry. A fast-moving tech startup, it's probably going to thrive with a flat democratic vibe, but a massive manufacturing plant might need a strict hierarchy to keep things safe and consistent. It's all about finding the right tool for the right job.
Okay, so we've got the architect and the high-level design. But what does a manager actually do day to day? Well, that's where we get to the blueprint, the manager's essential playbook for turning that big vision into action.
Right at the heart of that playbook is this classic framework, POLC. First comes planning, which is just figuring out where you're going. Then organizing, getting all your ducks in a row, the people and resources. After that is leading, which is all about motivating the team. And finally, controlling, checking in on progress and making tweaks as you go. Plan, organize, lead, control. It's this constant loop that every manager lives in.
All right, let's move from the blueprint to the actual build site. We're leaving the theoretical plans behind and heading down to the factory floor, the assembly line, where ideas get turned into real, tangible things.
So, what are operations? Think of it as the engine room of the business. It's the gritty, hands-on process of taking raw materials and transforming them into the final product that a customer is actually going to buy. This flow is pretty much universal, and a car factory is the perfect way to see it. Your inputs are things like steel, engines, and the people working the line. The process is the assembly line itself, putting it all together. The output, of course, is the finished car. And that last step, which is so critical, is quality. All the inspections to make sure the car is safe and runs well. Every single business follows this basic path.
But here's the thing. Just having an assembly line isn't good enough. The really great companies, they become obsessed with the next step, optimization. How do we make this whole thing better, faster, and cheaper without ever sacrificing quality?
A huge piece of that puzzle is the physical layout of the place. A product layout like that classic assembly line is amazing for cranking out thousands of identical items. But a place like a hospital, it uses a process layout. It groups similar functions together, like putting all the X-ray machines in one department, because every single patient needs something a little different.
And of course, you can't talk about optimization without talking about technology. It's the ultimate game changer. Automation and robotics can do repetitive tasks with incredible precision, while data analytics gives managers the intel they need to make smarter choices. It all leads to one thing: faster production and lower costs.
This all feeds into a powerful philosophy called lean operations, and the goal is super simple. Get rid of anything that doesn't add value for the customer. That means cutting out wasted time, wasted materials, and any unnecessary steps to create the most streamlined, efficient process possible. So, you want to know the secret formula? Here it is. When you combine a smart layout, The right technology and that relentless mindset of lean principles, that's when you unlock the grand prize, operational excellence. And that brings us to our final section, the grand finale. We've seen all the individual parts, the leader, the plan, the process. Now let's look at the masterpiece that gets created when all of those things work together in perfect harmony.
See, operational excellence isn't some finish line you cross and then you're done. No, it's a culture. It's a mindset of constantly looking for ways to get better, to be more efficient, and to deliver more value. It's about building an organization that is literally designed to improve every single day.
And you see this in the best companies in the world. I mean, think about Toyota, which is legendary for its continuous improvement system. Or think about Amazon, which is always tweaking its logistics to get you your package just a little bit faster. They never ever stop evolving. They use feedback, they use new tech, they are always pushing.
And we'll end on this really powerful idea. Operational excellence will follow when your purpose is clear. Because at the end of the day, all of these systems and structures, they're just tools. They work best when they're serving a clear, compelling vision. When everyone knows why they're doing what they're doing, that's when a good business becomes truly excellent. So maybe the final question isn't just how you build your business, but what it's all being built for.